Hi, Tim Bigham for Delta Derivatives, option hedges and hedges, powered by the best option scanning tools on the market today, rbtrader.com. Looking at a market that's still powering higher today on the back of strong oil. Oil, last I looked, up about another 3% on actually some, in my opinion, fairly neutral to slightly bearish inventory numbers. But, you know, the oil market, which not too long ago couldn't find a bid, now seems to have found more than enough bids here. So any dip is being bought on the oil market. We'll see 38 level on crude, certainly a level to keep in mind, big time resistance. If it breaks out above there, the technicians will have a field day. We may see a big spike higher in oil. And looking at the market overall, we did break out to the upside last Friday, continue to kind of grind higher here. All eyes certainly on the Fed today. We'll see the market's reaction. Not expecting, any rate increase. In fact, the Fed funds futures pointing to like a 0 probability, out in April, looking at probably about a 25%, but certainly no one looking for really too hawkish of a Fed statement, which the market, I think, is priced a little bit that in. So be interesting to see the reaction post-Fed from the market. Other than that, as always, keeping more tactical here, looking for opportunistic trades using those option scanners. Seeing some big volume, unusual volume in Newell Rubbermaid, NWL. Saw 13,000 of the April 46 calls trade last week. That was after some nibbling on some lower strikes as well. So Newell, I like the term structure volatility there. I'm actually going out buying the June options, the 46s, selling the Aprils, paying about 58 cents on those, looking to position bullishly along with that order flow. Also looking at Expedia, EXPE, analyst meeting today. The weeklies that expire this week have shot up in price dramatically compared to next week, so this is a cheapie. With the stock around 115, I'm buying the March 120 calls for next week, selling the March 120 calls for this week, only paying about 50 cents, so kind of a cheap shot that Expedia, which is trading about 115, ideally moves towards that 120 strike. Seeing a lot of paper in these kind of steel names as well that hasn't been rewarded as of late. We saw Steel Dynamics with a lot of short-term call buying. Those are underwater. Owens, Illinois, another one with some big call buying underwater as well. So a lot of speculation short-term. I think on a technical basis, looking at the charts, I think they're using options now to express kind of a technical viewpoint, so buying a lot of options for fairly cheap. If they're right, they'll get a big pop. If they're wrong, they take a small loss. So, I think they're liking the fact that they can lever up here with options, and we're looking to take advantage of, sell these comparatively overpriced options, and then hedge longer term. So until next week, this is Tim Bigham, but especially in this market environment of negative interest rates, high valuations, I say you have to acknowledge the fact that we're at the highest price to sales virtually ever. Stock buybacks at the highest since 2007, but interest rates the lowest as well. So until we actually break, we're not going to break. So until next time, here's Tim Bigham. Here's a good trading. Take care.